nothing now, there's nothing I don't know.
Do you know who PJ Proby is?
I certainly do.
Well, can you tell me what you remember about him?
I remember him for his very tight trousers. The most popular song was, well, he did the one from West Side Story, which was Maria. He had long hair in a plait with a ribbon, tied with a ribbon. He was one of these people that everybody thought he wouldn't last very long. Maybe that's true, I don't know, but you don't see him these days.
Well, yes, I do remember him, but only for one thing, and that's because he split his trousers on the stage.
You always felt that however outrageous they were behaving, it was a bit tongue-in-cheek, and that, you know, he was setting himself up all the time, and that the whole this sort of image building, and oh dear, I split my pants and therefore I've been banned. I mean, I knew exactly what he was doing, I'm sure. And then he had this extraordinary sort of personal life with extremely young ladies, which always seemed to get him into trouble. And of course he went through all this money, as they all did, and he was very much, I suppose, one of those people of the 60s who just spent ridiculous amounts of money, and I think it's something I wrote. I've quoted him saying he spent £5,000 a month in the then hip club, the Ad Lib. And I mean, in those days, to spend £5,000 a month was an enormous amount of money. But it was like part of his lifestyle, because he was, you know, had to live that way. And it was like a very all or nothing. So one minute he's really rich, and the next minute he's no money at all.
But he had no respect for anyone whatsoever, man, woman, or child. No girl, under the age, no, I would say no girl of any age was safe with him. And certainly he'd run through your booze faster than anybody I ever knew. An evening out with Jim Proby was an experience you weren't likely to forget. You'd run into problems, you know, from the moment you started. You'd probably cover about 14 or 15 bars, clubs, and bordellos, if necessary, during an evening. And if there was a fight in the offing, he was always raring to go.
And when the Beatles arrived, the Beatles took over the world almost immediately. And anybody that was attached to the Beatles in any way was a star. And of course, that's how PJ Proby arrived. He was on a TV show with the Beatles, and as a result, everybody knew about him immediately.
PJ Proby's record sales were excellent during the period of 1964 to 66, having had 10 top 30 hits in that period. He had an enlarged ego, but gained respectability in the 60s through his rebel image. This was created with other groups such as The Move, The Who and the Rolling Stones. Today's collectors can pay high prices for certain records of PJ Proby's. The most expensive record being the 3-week Hero LP, which can fetch anything up to between £40 and £50.
I have a feeling he's living somewhere very remote and bizarre in England. I'm sure I read a magazine article on it.
Booze, man, not goddamn tonic water. I want it now. Not waiting another hour for that drink. That should have been here 2 hours ago. Jesus wept.
Now come up and take your punishment, James. Now, what have you got that horn in your hand for? I said it's to play. If I'm gonna have to get up, I'm gonna do something. Oh, so you're now going to tell them that horn is real? Yes, it is. Okay, you come up now in front of the class and play your real horn. And said, what are you going to play first? I said, I'm looking over a 4-leaf clover. All right, play it. Of course, I'd practice at home. And all you do, it's a kazoo, actually, and you put it in your mouth and go. There's a man in the funny paper we all know. Alley-oop, boop, 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 boop. It goes through the jungle like a yes-mo. Alley-oop, boop, 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 boop. That was my claim to fame on the alley-oop record.